everyone, how are you doing, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Honor, and for this week's video I will be sharing with you 15 time management tips. A few people, well actually a lot of people, always say I'm good at time management and I get stuff done at a good amount of time, and they want to know what I do. But these are just the 15 that I came up with and I do. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing is keeping an agenda. So I have a year agenda. It has individual weeks and it has an overall calendar. And so I split it up into 3 parts. You've probably seen it before. I also have a school agenda that I just can quickly write down due dates for things, my homework, and what big projects are coming up and like when tests are. I just can take it out quickly in my book bag and write it down so I do not forget. And the key part is to write it down right away. Use school time and work time wisely. So if you go to like a public school, you probably spend about 7 hours at school. People complain about having so much homework because they don't use their school time wisely in the classroom. So make sure you make like a mental list that you want to get done, and know that if you don't get through the things that you had planned out at the beginning of class, you're going to have to come up with another time management strategy that you can have time to do later. Then you might come home and have this schoolwork to do, but you keep getting distracted by the television. It might be on in the other room, or you might keep getting notifications. So with this, what I do is I have time limits on all my devices. So you can set it individual for each app, but for me I have a 2-hour time limit each day for entertainment things. You can't go over that time, and so it's not time taken from your day, you not knowing when it goes by. You can also put a timer on your phone, so say like set 10-minute timer, and that way you don't get lost in an endless time loop of just sitting there and then you look up and it's 2 hours later. The next thing is to plan events to where you have to have certain things done by. So for example, if you have to go to dinner with your family at 5 o'clock and you are home and finally have time available at 3, you have from 3 to 5 o'clock that you have to get the work done because you have no other time to do it. But they can also be things like going with friends or going to see like a movie or something. You have to use that time wisely, and if you know that it's the only time you can get it done, you probably will focus more on that to get the work done more efficiently. If the time limits and timer didn't work on your phone and other devices, just go ahead and shut it all the way off. Everything can wait till after what you want to get done or you need to get done for however long you are doing the work. So what I'll do is I'll shut it completely down. I'll move it to the other side of my room, or I'll take it and I'll put it in the very back of my drawer so I don't catch myself opening the drawer or standing up together, because those are like noticeable things. Number 6 is to stay in a good mindset. So if the whole time right before you're starting and while you're doing it you're like, oh my gosh, I have all these things left to do, you need to focus on one thing at a time and find a way to enjoy your work. Don't complain about how awful it is, because you're just wasting time that you could spend working on it. Because if something is only supposed to take like 10 minutes and you spend an hour complaining about having to do it, you just completely wasted all of that time that you could have used and already been done 50 minutes ago. Number 7 is to adjust the volume of your surroundings. So if something like the TV are on and it's distracting you, because I know I have this thing where if something's more interesting to me and there's 2 sounds going on at once, I'll probably listen in more to that sound or conversation than the one that I should be listening into. Just turn off the sound, move to another place if people are having a conversation. If you work better with things with sound on in the background, then you can put on some music, preferably specific towards what you're working on. There are so many like studying playlists, instrumental soft sounds, even like white noise. Number 9 is finding a good space. So you don't want it to be too comfortable like your bed where you could literally fall asleep and realize that now you have no more time to do this one thing that you want to work on. But you don't want it to be too formal in a very uncomfortable chair or literally sitting on the floor if that's not what works for you. So you want to make it to where it's not too comfortable and not too formal. Take small breaks when appropriate in your work or whatever you're doing. So let's say you have 3 homework assignments and the first thing is like a science thing where you have to take notes. Go ahead and just take all the notes. It's not going to take as long as you think. Don't take a break between every few slides because that's just going to end up making you more distracted and take up more time than if you just took all of them. Just say like 10 more minutes, or I only have 5 more slides to go to take notes on. If you have an English paper, do like break it up to where it's an even amount of work, and don't take too many breaks because that's just really, then you're just avoiding it, and avoiding it is never good. Number 11 kind of relates back to number 1, which is a to-do list. So you can write this to-do list whenever. You can have to-do lists per month for like activities, to-do list per week with events, to-do list per day. You just want to make sure you know everything there is, and once you think of the thing that needs to go on that list, you need to write it down or else you're going to forget it. Eliminate distractions. If there's someone sitting next to you that is talking your ear off about something you are generally interested in or are distracting you in some way that's keeping you from doing your work without you realizing it, you just need to say, hey, I'm trying to do my work. Could you stop and focus on your work? Or if you need to, you can move to another place. You just need to eliminate those distractions. Number 13 is to plan ahead. So if you know you have something on Sunday and you have 4 homework assignments, do not wait until Sunday to do everything because you are going to get overly stressed, especially if they're long assignments. And so you need to spread things out evenly through a time period so that it's manageable for you. You might need other people to keep you in that place of planning ahead and sticking to the agenda and to-do list, but you need to make sure you make it and really understand what you want to be done in a certain time. Number 14 is to do the big stuff first. I know if there's 10 things you have to do, you want to do the shortest things first to feel more accomplished. 7 things are short, 3 of them are long. You have to do those long things first. Trust me, you're going to want to save the easy things for last. Which one is better? Getting the 3 big things out of the way and having a quick and easy 7 things to do at the end, or doing the quick and easy 7 things, getting overly exhausted and doing the 3 things, which is going to cause you so much stress. And the last thing is to be comfortable in yourself and your abilities. So if you are in an uncomfortable outfit, please get out of the outfit and get something that you're comfortable in, but you are still working well with You want to section it off to where you can eliminate something if it becomes too much. And sometimes it's just not how it works, and you need to know that sometimes you need to shift your abilities, but it doesn't have to be like that all the time where you're constantly being stressed and you're constantly thinking about how poorly you did on something. You want to know your boundaries, and you need to know that sometimes you're going to have to exceed those boundaries. Time management skills are so important and so beneficial for your entire life, and it is a great skill to learn and build on. You can never have the full skill. You can always add more to it and become better at it. So I hope these 15 tips were beneficial for you. I enjoyed sharing them with you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you did, make sure to give it a big like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss when I post a video on this channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!